This is a video for you if you are chronically anxious, hypervigilant, and hyper-focused on what could go wrong in your life. Despite that, everything seems to be on the right track and you couldn't figure out why, which causes you great confusion, shame, and more anxiety. You also get easily triggered by trivial things in your life or little stressors that might send you to the edge, which takes you a long time for you to get back to the baseline with great exhaustion, from where it might lead to depression. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Ran. I have been struggling with mental health issues ever since I was a teenager. I've been working through them with a psychotherapist for 4 years now. For the past 20 years, I've been trying relentlessly to find a cure for my chronic anxiety for no reason. And a lot of things I've tried won't work. But in this video, I will share with you 3 simple yet effective ways, which are science-based, to help you calm your anxiety and come back to the centered and calm space. Alright, let's jump right into it. Number 3 is ASMR. Don't be frightened by it if you have never heard of this word. I know it sounds kind of expensive and high-tech, but actually it's free, simple, effective, and convenient. Explained simply, ASMR refers to the spontaneous feelings we get from watching something stimulating or certain triggers. As a result of it, you get feelings of relaxation and tingles. Maybe like you hear someone whispering to you, someone using their brushes, someone just touching their face, someone flip their fingers, tapping on the microphone, using brushes against the camera. And some of it even involve role play to help us relax ourselves. So the highlight of it is that you can do it free at home. It's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 1 hour, whatever. And it's fun to explore. Just type in ASMR in your YouTube search box and you're gonna see tons of results. See all those people whispering to you, touching the screen, and they're dressed in a certain way and using different tools to achieve this tingling sensation. And let's click one. The effect is maximized if you use a headphone or just play it really loud in your quiet room with the light turned off, and that's what I like to do. Oh, I see Sarah Lavender. She's one of my favorite. I just like her smile. It gives this calming effect for me already. Another one of my favorite is Ozzy, or how do you pronounce it, Ozzy? The way she looks at the camera, the way she talks to you, and the way she gently brushes against the microphone. It just makes me feel like she's an old friend, and she's warm-hearted, and I feel already safe with her. She's just a very calming presence. She's my favorite. In those videos, she will lead us to do facial yogas or breathing exercises or saying just affirmations or words to help you ground. I could feel those sensations just from the back of my skull and throughout my body to my toes. I will link a few good ones I love down below in the description box. Whenever I have a rough day at work, whenever I get stressed out, or if things become too anxious or difficult for me to handle, what I used to do is I would binge on something, like binge eating or binge watching, just to distract myself from becoming centered, because it's hard to drop into our feelings. But nowadays I've learned to take care of myself like I would do to a friend. So instead, I would turn off the light in my room. I would light a scented candle, just create this cozy and warm environment for me to be in. And the second I hear the whispers, the affirmations, the sounds of the brushes, and the atmosphere those YouTubers in those SMR videos are trying to create, instantly I would feel the tingling from the back of my head throughout my body, and I would already be in this relaxed state from the first 2 minutes of the video. So definitely try it out. The second way is body movements. I'm not talking about you have to do workouts. You don't have to lift weight or do a yoga or jogging or go running. You don't have to do any of that. It's not just the dopamine that you get after exercise. I'm not referring to that. So what I'm talking about is any type of body movement would do. As simple as stretching your body, standing up, tapping your feet, tapping your body parts with your fingers, taking a shower, taking a walk, cleaning the room, doing the laundry, anything that involves body movements. And this is inspired by the dance movement therapy and somatic therapy that I used to participate heavily on. So I find it particularly helpful in shifting my mental states, like pulling me out of anxiety, depression, or dissociation, where I just go numb, where I don't feel my body, I don't interact with reality, where I just draw back to my own bubble, my own reality, my own world. You may wonder why. So unprocessed emotions get stored in our body because they haven't been fully understood, mentalized, or processed by us. Hence, the energy gets stuck. I'm sure you all know firsthand that when you are in anxiety, there's always tension somewhere, like around your shoulder, neck area. Your breath isn't all the way down, and it tends to be very shallow, like you're holding your breath to be vigilant, as if something's going to be wrong. When we're talking about dealing with anxiety that cannot be verbalized or understood, where we feel like it's coming from nowhere. Things are going perfectly well for us, but there's just this hyper anxiety beneath everything. There's just this nagging sense of something's going to be wrong, and this impending doom that we couldn't quite understand. Based on the emotions, the feelings you feel, you interpret it as something's going to be wrong. So you project it out to the external world. Someone may not like you. Someone might hold hostility towards you. Your future is gonna be doomed. Just anything that we predict might make sense for our unexplained anxiety. So this is how body movements play out. It's getting the energy that was previously stuck moving again. And when you're in this state, your mental states tend to shift along with how your body feels differently. During the movement, try to engage all of your sensations, like how your skin feels, what the texture is like, how your emotions shift along the movements, and how you feel differently. And don't be scared if you're a beginner. I'm gonna introduce a video by Tail Swan. She was a really good teacher in teaching you how to feel your feelings. I'm gonna link her video down below in the description box, and that is how I get started in exploring my body, in shifting my mental states. The number one tip, I think this is my ultimate one, I would use it every time I get anxious nowadays, is to engage curiosity. When we're dysregulated, when we're activated, we're in either fight or flight or freeze mode. And this is the survival mode, rooted in our survival brain. And what we need to do is to engage our emotional brain, to bring back online our emotional brain by using curiosity, tastes, feelings, meanings, opinions, preferences, and all that. And this would help us shifting out of the survival mode. Being curious about your reaction, being curious about the context behind your reaction, being curious about emotions and reasons why you feel this way. When you try to understand your experience through words and logical reasoning, your anxiety is being processed and expressed. It's like it's being contained by you, and what is unbearable becomes bearable. And this will help greatly to bring you back to a regulated state. This process is also called mentalization, which is an essential technique to trauma-proof yourself. So how to be curious? You could ask yourself these questions like, well, how did I just get panicked? Why is my heart beating so fast? Am I nervous, or am I just embarrassed or ashamed? Is it because of what he said or what he did that makes me feel invisible? What part of me is getting activated? Maybe it's my inner critic because it's yelling at me for acting in such a weird way. Maybe I'm panicking because his behavior reminds me of my mom, who's always saying that I don't have a future if I kept doing this. It's interesting how I feel this way. Maybe it's not about him, it's me. It's the old memories of painful experiences getting triggered again. Oh, now understanding this, I feel better. My tight fists actually letting go. Now that I can take deeper and smoother breath, I feel safer now. This is me maybe moving out of the survival mode. The key here is to take a non-judgmental approach towards your experience. What you're trying to do is to sink into your feelings and allow things to shift. And anxiety is also a feeling. A feeling is temporary, so it's very essential to entangle the fear you have towards your anxiety. It's also very essential to get out of the identity of being paralyzed, of being helpless, of being hopeless, or whatever label you label yourself based on how you feel temporarily. This used to happen a lot in my therapy sessions. I just described my feelings and my therapist would follow through. If you don't have someone to be there to witness, you can do it yourself by recording yourself. If it helps, you can write it down. Alright everyone, I hope this video is helpful. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.